Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Good afternoon. Today is the 29th of August and this is a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Knebworth Classic Motor Show Part 10. I do apologise in advance for the wind noise. I apologise as well that there's announcements going on in the background. If I get things wrong, if I fall over, if there's music in the background, I'm afraid that's just the way it goes on this channel. So we've done 6 parts yesterday, 3 parts so far today. This is the Letchworth Garden City Classic and Vintage Car Club. This is a Triumph Herald 1200 saloon. It's quite a late one actually for a 1200. It's 69 to 70. Don't see many 1200 actually at shows. They tend to be more 1250s, 1360s actually. So Jaguar XK here. Very handily it says in the front it's an XK 150. So it will be quite a late one. As far as the XKs go, about 1960, something like that. Wow, that is one late MGB GT. In fact, it is the latest registered MGB I've ever seen. There's one in my local club, which is for Test Valley Motor Enthusiasts, is on a Y. This is on an A, so registered 83 or 84. That's extraordinary, considering production finished in 1980. Something a lot older here. Austin 7, I think this is a 30s one. Just very proudly still in the starting handle position there. Ooh, Jaguar 340. This is the kind of later version of the Mark II. Registered in 1968. Dark green with a beige leather interior and wood. We do like that sort of thing, viewers. Sort of a different bumper arrangement of things. Just before all this stuff got replaced by the XJ, which also came out in 1968. Midget here, I think we saw this yesterday. 69 to 70 registration. I think this would be a Mark IV, I'd like to say, but I could be totally wrong about that. No, sorry, it's a K registration. I thought it was an H for some reason. I did say I get things wrong, didn't I? 72, 73, so yes, definitely a Mark IV by then. What is this, viewers? I mean, it's very nice. It looks like something from the 1930s. Background, there's a decibel competition going on. I do apologise. It's a Wolseley. It's a Wolseley Hornet. Wow, I don't think I've seen one of those change hands here. Here we go. I'm afraid that's not going to make the wind noise any better. 1972 to 1973 Volkswagen Beetle GT. Ooh, registered, yeah, 1973. Interesting. It has a 1600cc engine but badged as a 1300. That's a bit weird, isn't it? 1974 MGB GT V8, the second one I've actually seen a day in this colour. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Period sort of upgrade spoiler as well. This looks like a Land Rover Series 2A unless I'm mistaken. Don't know exactly what year it is, but that's very clean indeed. Let's change hands again now, there we go. Ooh, Humber Sceptre 1963. That's very nice. Look at this. This is the luxury version of the Hillman Superminx. And I love this colour. That is absolutely beautiful. Rover P6 here with the 3.5 litre engine. This is a facelifted one. 71, 72, probably a 72 if it's got the replica tax disc in it for 73, so I'd say 72. That little logo where the Continental kit will be mounted. Panther Calista. made near Weybridge. Oh, hello. Better not annoy you. You look you're a little bit dangerous. It's a very late one actually, man. 89 to 90. So yes, look at him, ready to pounce. Never seen one of these before, viewers. It's a veil. It's interesting. And the veil special was an advert for it from 1930s. I don't think I've ever heard or seen one before. Something a bit more vegetable here. 1948 MGTC. I really want to touch that beige leather interior, but I can't. It isn't leather. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Ooh, 1967 Panhard. I think this is a Panhard Diner. Sorry, it's a 24 CT. I do apologise. It's one of the very last ones made for 67. Look at that. Beautiful car. Absorbed into Citroën in the 60s. Although the sort of military manufacturing portion of the company kept going. It's another one of these MGs. I think this looks like a TD to me. Yes, that's a TD. Riley Kestrel, 30s. Very, very nice views. Beautiful car. Always a pleasure to see these. 1962 Ford Popular 100E variety. This kept going after the Anglia 105E was introduced as sort of economy model, but still very sort of 50s looking. I think, as far as I remember, these actually had the new engine in them as well. Oh no, it didn't. It's just something that to do. Oh yes, I know why I apologised at the beginning. It's not going very well, is it, this part? Never mind, we'll have to keep going. Hopefully nobody notices. 1976 to 1977 MG Midget with rubber bumpers. These are still relatively affordable. You can pick one up, not maybe as nice as this, but quite a serviceable one for less than £5,000, which I think is remarkable. Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. This it's definitely a Shadow, not a Bentley T series, because I made that mistake last time. It's a very late one actually. It's a 1980 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow 2, so it's one of the last ones made. And I do like that it's almost a beige leather interior view. It certainly has wood in it. It's very, very nice. Typical of the 70s with this vinyl roof, and of course we have some headlamp wiper action as well. Little bristles on the brushes, which I think that is most agreeable. 1979 to 1980 Ford Cortina Mark V, also known as the Cortina 80. Not the top of the range one at all. It's a 2-litre GL, so sort of bang in the middle. They used to use tons of these in the professionals actually. In the later series you see loads and loads of these as kind of CI5 cars. It's very good and rust free actually, this. So we've got some GTMs here. This is a GTM Libra. There are a number of sort of Rover components in this. I can see straight away those stalks are out of a Metro or a Montego or a Maestro. In fact, the later ones, which I think there's an 03 one over here, I think they had a 1.8K series in them. What engines these earlier ones have in them, I really, really don't know. I don't know what actual chassis these were based on. This one's got stalks actually from a Rover R8 200, as is this one. Of course, the stalks were very similar on things like the Rover 25, and by 2003, the 25 was the one that was still in production when this was made. But that 1.8 litre torpedo badge suggests to me that we have got some K-series action going on in this one. And that gear lever looks like it's out after like an MGTF, but I might be wrong about that. So there we go. We've got controls for a rear wiper on this. There's no rear wiper in here. Oh, it's a 1.8 VBC with a Lotus type. That'll be quite fast then, won't it, viewers? Interesting. It looks like a car that I certainly like to have a go in. 1971 to 2 Ford Escort Mark I van. Probably not got original engine and things in it anymore, because it's got a 5-speed gearbox and different seats and different wheels, so probably been sort of altered a bit. This one though, I don't think has been altered. Look at this Cavalier Club. This is a final facelift Mark II Cavalier special edition, all white. I think I remember seeing Novas and Astras like this as well, but look at that, we've got the brochure there. Wow. Sport this year from family in Bedford. They sold the car, the owner had to go into care, the only owner new. Viewers, look at this interior. If that doesn't scream to you 1980s, I don't know what does. It's not that high spec, hasn't even got a rev counter in it. Also got an older Cavalier. Here's a Mark I Cavalier for comparison. It's a 2-door Mark I Cavalier. I think those are wheels off an Opel Manta actually, but then the design is very similar to one of those, because the Opel Ascona B and the Mark I Cavalier are virtually the same car, and the Manta is based on the Ascona, so it's no surprise there. 75-76 plate, quite an early one. 2000 Jaguar XJR X308, and I think almost got a base level interior in there, viewers, but not quite. Certainly we've got plenty of power to keep us going. 1969 to 70 Ford Mustang, probably actually that's a bit earlier than that, I'd say. It's more like a sort of 65, 66, but that plate maybe was given to the car when it arrived over here, so it's probably why it's a little bit off. Local Mini Owners Club here. Got a couple of minivans, as I've said in earlier parts, right away through to 1982. The minivans and pickups continued with these house side door handles, sliding windows, exposed hinges, and this plain stainless steel grill, not the sort of fancy chrome one. This has been changed. Actually, that badge is off a Mark I Mini, whereas this is a 1980 to 81. It gets away with it really because it doesn't change so much. That's actually a 71-72 registration. Advertising Jill's Bathrooms, the family-run business, established in 1962. 1966, Morris Mini Cooper. A few extra gauges put in there, I can see. This is not a Cooper because it's the wrong age entirely. It's an 80s Mini, sort of dressed up a bit to look like one, sort of 84, 85, but there are so many modified Minis out there that it doesn't really matter, does it really? Some Mini lights, which are very good aftermarket wheels for these Minis. That's actually a Mark VI, I think they call them, 91, 92. Very late Mini indeed, 99 to 2000 on a V. That's an interesting colour combination. I think I've seen one with seats that colour before. The very latest ones are Cooper Sports. This is just a standard Cooper. This one is a lot newer than it says. It's a sort of 60s Cooper replica, but that's a Mark VI Mini from about 94. So we'll have to keep going through the music. We're going to go quickly through the sort of American muscle stand, because most of the stuff on here, if we're at a classic motor show rather than just a motor show, I think is a little bit too new to probably be here. These things, this thing, I don't even know, what is this? Nifty 50. What on earth is a Nifty 50? Oh, it's a Ford V8 Pilot. Okay, well, that makes sense. Right, we'll just go through quickly. Just not trip over anything. Otherwise, it'll be highly embarrassing, viewers. Won't be embarrassing for you, but it'll be embarrassing for me. So we'll go to this back row, which is a little bit further away from these speakers. because that music is quite loud. Oh, well, is that a standard Super 10 I see before me? They had a standard 8 here yesterday, but it looks like it's gone, so we've got the Super 10 here. I think this is a 56, yes it is, there we go. But actually, unlike the standard 8, there is an opening boot, which is an absolute luxury, have an opening boot. That's where I'm going to be later on, viewers, at the queue for the ice cream van, but we haven't finished yet, so I can't do that yet. We have to keep going. Right, keep talking as loudly as I can above this music. What do we have here? Is that a Jowett Jupiter? Yes, it is. Amazing. Lovely, handsome car. Unfortunately, that and the Javelin caused the failure of the company, which is a bit of a shame. Looks like 2 Austin 7 Nippies here. This particular is a Nippy from 1936. The sports model. C4 Corvette here. Left-hand drive, of course, never officially sold over here. This might actually even tell me what year it is. Well, here we go, we've got the window sticker. It's 1986. Isn't that helpful? 1955 Ford Thunderbird, I think. That is an extraordinary looking car with that little sort of opera window in the back and the Continental spare tyre. Oh, 56. I do apologise, I shouldn't really look at American cars, viewers, because so often it doesn't go very well for me and I get it wrong. 1967, 1968. Morris Minor 1000. Very original spec car, that one. Side valve Anglia here, but I don't think that's the original engine in there, viewers. I think that's something else that's been modified considerably. Could be a popular, I suppose. The later ones were about as popular. 32 Ford coupe thing. Ooh, a Jetson 541R. Don't mind if I do. Someone's even left the door open for me so I can have a look at the beige leather interior. So I do like a nice beige leather interior. This was a car that they made before the CV8. A couple more of these sort of hot rod things here, viewers, which I don't know much about. Fortunately, someone's left a thing on the plate saying it's a 34 Ford V8, which is very handy. That one is some kind of weird sort of Austin 10 type thing that's been changed. That's strange. 32 Fords. Ooh, an ERF 79280 registration. That's unusual, isn't it? And an AJS. I'd forgotten AJS even made cars, viewers. That's absolutely extraordinary. I thought they just made motorcycles. Wow. Brilliant. Someone's put a 1.7 Ford Puma Zetec SE engine into this Mark III Ford Escort Estate. I bet that's a very quick car now, viewers. And yes, they've put the aluminium gear knob in there from that. Don't know what that was originally, maybe like an L or something. Ooh, look at this. Mark II Ford Orion gear. And it's not the normal 1.6 engine. They've got rid of the CVH and they've shoved an RS2000 engine into it. I bet that will be rather quicker than the original 1.6 CVH. That's what we like to see, viewers. So yeah, quite a late one, 89-90. Jaguar X350 with a beige leather interior, which I very much like, viewers. That's the sort of thing we are very excited about. Rather like this X300 XJ Sovereign here. I'm afraid we haven't got a beige leather interior. It's not far off, it's a grey one. But I do like that. We have had one of these on the channel before. Don't know what engine's in this. Oh, it's the same as the one I drove, it's 4 litre. Very nice views. 95. 2001 Maserati 3200 GT. Has this got the boomerang rear lights? Yes, it has. It's one of the earlier ones. And I believe it is for sale. So we will take a look at the information sheet in here. And as Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. Oh, this one's for sale as well. Toyota Celica. 96-97 registration. What does that say there? Very good. It's a Celica GT. Eat your heart up, Mr. Bill. We've got 2 for sale cars in a row. Quite like that. That might actually be the original dealer plate for it. Surrey plate, 96-97. Oh, a Lotus Carlton. Yes, viewers. Yes, please. Only made in this colour, which is very black. It's actually a dark green. 92-93 registration. That's not 40RA with a different plate, by the way, viewers. 2003 Chevy Astro van or something. 1970-71 Land Rover. It's either a very late Series 2A or it's a very early Series 3. It's on the 88-inch wheelbase. Some kind of, it's a Vauxhall VXR8, yes it is. More Mark I Escort action, no surprise about that really. What version is this? Doesn't actually say. RS steering wheel, 70-71 registration. We're going to skip this Vanquish, it's a 2013, and this Abarth, they're a little bit new possibly. We'll have a look at this Astra G Coupe by Bertone. What is it, the Astra Coupe Turbo? 2002-3 registration. A lot of these are getting scrapped now just because they're a bit old, but these will be classics soon enough, I imagine. 1965 Humber Sceptre. Yes. It doesn't have a 725cc thing on the side, so I imagine that might be the earlier engine capacity. Oh, a Lancia Delta HF Integrale. Yes, please, viewers. And oh, it's for sale. Don't mind if I do, viewers. Mr. Bill, as you say, this could be yours. It's not an Evo, it's 8990, I think. I think we saw this yesterday, this Ford Cortina 1600E in purple. 6970, so one of the later ones. The club for these was actually here yesterday. They don't appear to be here today. MGC 1969. It's not a sort of guarantee actually these come with the wire wheels. Some of them, like this one, have the disc wheels on them. I keep seeing these at shows. Rather like I keep seeing these stags. I think I saw this yesterday actually, viewers. I'm not sure what exactly year this is because it's got a personal plate on it. This one's an auto. Yeah, we saw this yesterday, didn't we? 2004 MGTF, it's speed of 115 because it's got the unpainted mirrors and the unpainted door handles, but for some reason it's put fog lights in there, which is interesting. And another one of these R50, R53 Mini Cooper S's with forced air induction there. 1993 to 1994 Audi 80 Cabrio, the type that Protestana used to quite like. Pre-airbag ones are quite an early one comparatively, because they made these until 2000, although by then they didn't have the Audi 80 name on them. Late Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Let's make sure we don't trip over all these tracks here. This is 1995. Would you look at the front end? Sort of Knight Rider inspired front end. Although they weren't used as cars of Knight Rider at all, of course. By this stage we've gone to Team Knight Rider. And less said about that show the better, really. Mark I Volkswagen Golf Cabriolet, 85-86 registration. Obviously the Mark II Golf was out by then, but they continued with this shape until about 92-93 There never was a Mark II Golf Cabriolet, and if you have City Golf made in South Africa, they made the Mark I shape there until 2009. Okay, viewers, we're going to have to keep this quick. 2009 MGTF 85th anniversary edition. Triumph Herald 1200 Estate next to 1966 Herald 1250. That's rather nice, isn't it? Modesty was just, I can smell the interior from here actually. Look at that. Nice information sheet there. Oh, a Singer 9. My feeling is that is from some point in the 1930s. MGTD. Yes, I was right. MGTD 1951. Panther Calista. I can't remember what engine's in this Calista. D8687. C2 Corvette, I think. No, sorry, this is a much earlier one, 56. Right, I'm going to have to be as quick as I can do with this. Volkswagen Beetle rear lights. What is this? Oh, it's an Excalibur. SS Excalibur, yes, it's made in America, I believe. A replica. Series 3. Made in 1976. I don't think I've ever seen an Excalibur before. Here's this Lee Francis Lynx from 1960. I think only one of these was ever made and then another prototype. But this is the original colour. I discussed this a bit more yesterday when we had less background noise. So Jaguar Mark 7, I think, something like that. So we haven't got many left in this row now. Jaguar E-Type. This could be a legal E-Type actually, I don't know. And what we saw yesterday, this 1969 to 70 Aston Martin DB6. Two DB6s of the same colour, the same show. That's extraordinary. Two sort of more modern Corvettes. We'll skip those over because I want to have a look at this Daimler Sovereign. That's an early Series 2, 4.2 litre. Beige leather interior. Absolutely. We do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. It's beige on beige. I forget the name of this colour actually. I haven't seen too many Jaguars in this colour. This is a 1958 Peerless GT Phase 1. Wow. I think some of the people who worked on these Peerlesses actually worked on the Gordon keyboard. So here we are as well here, 55 Chevy Bel Air. And I think that is quite enough for part 10 of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Knebworth Classic Motor Show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below. We've got one more part to come, and I think we'll be having another look at some Granadas. But thank you for persevering through this. I do apologise for all these interruptions in the background. There's not a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid.